Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Okay, ready, check, right 54, right 54, and it's getting it low.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now they try the right side here. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Going deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
You track.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Larry Ogunjobi racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Tight down. There you go.
The toss out to Barkley. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP time.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A good pickup there, a 22. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Michel going to try again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Sony Michel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First down, Chiefs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike, 53.
Mahomes going to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. This short throw caught by Goddard. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Mahomes firing complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the draw, here's Michelle. Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Mike 5-4. Hey, tight. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
The 12-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Attack!
25, check 25, check 66. Bullet.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Out to his left. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
17. Bears 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check pass. Check back. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On the ground, Michelle. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Bears have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. On second down and 4, Jackson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Chiefs.
They go play action now. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a toss right to Barkley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
At the 44-yard line.
Yellow.
Right there. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Josh Doxson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Chiefs take over first
Let's
and
go,
10
boys. Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now it's Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll go to Barkley again. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes going to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Jerome Baker racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. They'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell him we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big